These voices and this tranquility spoke of spring. They told me what an evening it was at home. I knew the blackbird was whistling under the broad oak, and farther away, some very far away, nightingales were singing in the chill.
Coffee's team.
Thanks.
Right, where's Si then?
It's back there.
Back there? Why? What's he doing over there?
Poetry, I think.
Poetry?
Go see if he's all right. Take him his coffee.
Why?
Under the pale light, fitly reflected in the faces of the earliest primroses. The sound of lambs and a rookery more distant blended in soft roaring. Edward Thomas is renowned as being one of the most profound writers of English rural prose. And during Easter 1913, he set out on a bike ride from London, heading 130 miles west over 3 days until he reached the coast. He did it in pursuit of spring, leaving a wintry city behind and using his journey to search for signs for the change of seasons. And his account is one of the most moving and enjoyable I've ever read. Despite it being 108 years old, I find it really resonates deeply with me.
Sorry mate, coffee.
Legend.
So, what are you doing?
I was just telling the viewers about this really underrated writer from the early 20th century.
This isn't Radio 4, mate. Should we get cracking?
Yeah, okay, good idea.
Right, we ready, team?
Oh yes, let's do this.
Route up. Right, should we go?
Let's go.
Every good ride starts out on cobbles.
Oh God, he's off already. Every bike rider who lives somewhere with a distinct season knows the feeling of catching the first glimpse of spring, bringing with it a rush of happiness and optimism. Edward Thomas felt it, and we feel it today. So, in tribute to the man, we're riding in pursuit of spring too. Riding close to 100 miles from point to point, city to seaside. Departing from Bristol in the southwest of England and heading for the south coast and Weymouth.
Our route takes in the climbs of the Mendip Hills, descending Cheddar Gorge, Glastonbury Tor and the Neolithic new giant Cerne Abbas. We then hit the terrain of another giant, literally this time, as we ride through Thomas Hardy country and then down to the coast, where the plan is to eat fish and chips on the beach before hopefully catching the train home.
Now, if the dream of the first ever spring ride was enough to get you going, then this is actually our first group ride that we've been able to go on for quite a while.
Oh yes!
And if you can't tell, we're pretty excited, aren't we, team?
Woohoo!
Yep, yep!
We've just had a moment, haven't we, Conor? It actually suddenly feels like spring.
It does, the sun is coming out, the temperature's warming up. First climb of the day, shedding some layers, good feeling.
Yeah! Manon, what are your ambitions for the ride today?
Well, I'm going to aim to sit in. I do not want to touch the front. I don't want to see the wind. But I do want to win at the sprint for the fish and chip shops down the seafront.
Sounds like a solid strategy to me. Now, you don't need to be an English scholar to understand the thrust of what Thomas was on about. You just have to be a bike rider, because the passing of winter and the onset of spring is just so important. There's the weather for a start. You always notice that first ride where you can take your winter gloves off, or you don't have to start with overshoes and a winter jacket. But it's more than that as well. It's like the landscape that you ride through, going from kind of brown and grey to vivid and green, and even the light changes from like pale and watery to kind of to clear and strong. It's just so exciting.
I'll give it a rest, Si, please.
Okay.
Yes, I give it a rest.
Sorry, yeah.
conclusion after a winter of freezing temperatures and misery.
Absolutely lovely.
Like a daffodil blooming in the spring, reaching
Leave the poets to sigh, please.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. There it is, Glastonbury Tor, a pure historical and geographical marvel. Now, we're riding through the Somerset levels here, and the Tor rises rather dramatically to 518 feet. According to Arthurian legend, it's where King Arthur was taken to recover from his mortal wounds at the Battle of Camlan. Also where his sword of Excalibur was forged.
Well, that's all well and good, Conor. But apparently there's a pretty cool festival around here. I think it's the Glastonbury Festival.
There is that kind of festival of frivolity. I agree, but in terms of history and geography, it's just a marvellous location. Manon? Something I said.
Hank, the sun is out! Oh, buddy!
There it is, guys, St Michael's Tower, roofless tower dating back to the 14th century. And there's actually a rather spectacular example of a stone carving on the tower depicting St Bridget of Kildare, the second patroness of Ireland. And she is found to be milking a cow on the, guys. I'm trying to, give them a bit of history there. Better catch them up.
We were all getting hungry, so it's time for a cafe stop.
Shall we rock, paper, scissors it? See who gets it?
I don't want to pay.
I don't want to pay.
Only fair.
Yeah, go on then. Right.
Take one for the team.
Okay. Now, Edward Thomas's route went from east to west. Ours is going from north to south. And happily, they do bisect. And it's at this place here in Glastonbury, which, I don't know, how do you describe it, Conor? It's a fairly eccentric little town, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite hard to put your finger on it. It feels a bit like a kind of melting pot of...
Weed?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if
Yeah.
you want to buy some crystals, this is your place.
Yeah, it's a great place for that.
That's my favourite crystal shop. And my second favourite crystal shop is next door. And then there's another really good one further up, past the 6 crystal shops en route.
With around 70 kilometres to go, we really needed to pick up the pace.
Hank, this is the edge of my cycling universe, right? So you know when you always have a limit as to where you ride from home.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about point to point, is it takes you out of the known universe. So the second climb of the day, that's like my limit at the minute. I normally turn left to go home. This point here was as far as I ever came when I was training full time. So beyond this, it's like terra incognita. I don't know what's out there.
So we are literally dropping off the cliff here.
We're dropping off the edge
Your mind map.
of the known cycling universe for Simon Richardson.
Guys, so I'm just looking at the time. It's 3:15 now. Train leaves at 5:15. It's getting a bit tight, if I'm honest.
That does sound quite tight because we've got, what, 50-something K to go,
Yeah.
and we want our fish and chips.
Yeah, and a swim.
Oh God.
So
In Pursuit of Spring is changed into In Pursuit of the Train.
Yeah, it is. And if we miss it, well, did I tell you that the next train's at 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, oh God.
So come on guys, let's go.
Do you know what's quite sad about Edward Thomas? So, he was 37, so my age, so was too old for conscription into the army, but he volunteered instead and died fighting in the trenches in 1917. His ride took place 3 days later in the year compared to ours, 108 years ago. March 21st he set out. 50 15% according to my Wahoo. Leslie Williams dancing on the pedals.
Like Contador.
I'm not getting dropped, I just picked some wild garlic, which is quite prolific to the area actually, like shade, short season. Whoa, where did this come from? That was a steep one, guys.
Hobbit Cam, how you feeling?
Hobbit Cam on there. Secretly, I'm actually quite suffering quite a lot. The form was good for an hour, but now wheels coming off a little bit, but hanging in there. Going strong. A few history lessons to come as well, so watch out. After 120 kilometres in the saddle, we're starting to feel the first hints of fatigue, but nevertheless, I decide it's time for one last history lesson.
Oh my God!
Guys, I am so glad you stopped here because this is a rather fine example of a chalk hill figure. Now, it's actually 180 foot long.
Which bit of him?
The whole figure, it's actually the largest in Britain. So, as you can see, it depicts a nude figure wielding a club with a rather prominent erection. It's got a rather prominent erection, okay. But there's kind of a disputed theory about why this is on the hillside. So most evidence points to it being created in the 17th century as a parody of Oliver Cromwell. It was commissioned by the gentleman who owned this land, and there's also a theory about kind of what, you know, it does to people. So people think it's kind of associated with fertility. So if you're struggling to conceive, what they say is you go to Cerne Abbas, you have sexual intercourse on the hill figure, and if you actually do it on the phallus...
On the what, Conor?
So if you have sex on the hill figure, particularly on the phallus, you will boost your chances of conceiving. So couples have been coming here for centuries.
Literally.
Yep. Okay. History lesson over for this one.
Onwards.
Oh gosh, good history lesson, buddy.
Good lane. Genius.
It is warm. I'm perspiring.
What are you doing, mate?
I get really hot actually. I was really sweating though. I've got a merino base layer on because Bristol is so cold. Just had a little moment here, so I thought I'd just make the most of it. Just going to change a few clothes, reduce the layers, and yeah, make the most of the sunshine. I'm at quite a busy junction, so probably not the best place for a change.
We've made it to Dorchester. As you might be able to tell from the length of the shadows, time's getting on. Conor, can we have a train update?
So train update, 40 minutes until it leaves.
And how many K have we got to do? 20?
About 20 kilometres.
Oh! Going on, Conor?
I'm just trying not to admit to hanging, but I do have a shaky feeling in the legs. So I'm trying to poker face it, as I have done for most of my cycling life.
So you're basically saying you've blown your doors?
Yeah.
Look at that, Manon framed against the beautiful south coast.
Been waiting for this all day.
We went in pursuit of spring, Conor. What we found is not only spring, but the Riviera. The English Riviera, mind, but still, we're cutting it mighty fine. Admittedly, it's only 7K, but we've got to buy tickets. We've got to find the station. I've got this plumbed into the seafront, not the station. Forget the fish and chips, Manon! Come on, guys! Oh yeah, this is perfect for a lead out. Right, come on, Manon! Right, Manon! Got a friend!
Get in behind the giant. Thankfully, I'm not new on this giant. Manon, take my card. You take the money, Manon. Come on. Go. Go. There she goes. There she goes. Oh, yes. What a beautiful victory. Well done, Manon. That looked like quite a comfortable win in the end. Yeah. We made it! Hey! We're on the sea! Ah, it's beautiful as well.
That is actually nicer than I was
Absolutely
expecting.
beautiful.
Bristol to Weymouth in pursuit of spring. That is cool as, isn't it? What, first epic ride of the year?
For a second, we completely forgot about making the train home.
Yeah. Right, time check. How long have we got to go to the train?
Find it really fine now, side.
You're going the wrong direction.
What?
You're going the wrong direction.
No!
You've got to do a Yui.
Yui, U-turn!
Genuinely, we've got to do a
U-turn,
Yui.
quick, turn round. Oh God, quick! We are not going to miss this train. We are not going to miss it. Okay, we might do it. We've got 4 minutes. There it is. There's the station. Have we made it?
Oh, I'm going to be so happy to do the train station.
Is that a train to Bristol?
Yeah, you miss it. Just
No.
Are you kidding?
Just one.
When's the next one?
About 2 hours.
It's not the end of the world, is it? Missing the train.
Worked out quite well, really. Got fish and chips.
This
You
is
can eat a lot of fish
honestly,
and chips in 2 hours.
honestly the best fish and chips I've ever had, and also I've got my Cerne Abbas sausage.
You and your sausage.
Oh, it's as good as it looks.
Great ending.
Well, I've got to say, the first epic ride of the year, that did not disappoint. That absolutely smashed expectations.
Who's got the stats?
Not to brag, but I got 19 QOMs.
What?
19 QOMs, fair play. We were shifting going down there.
75 km an hour.
Nice.
Not
Poignant.
bad. Average 28. Not too bad.
There was a lot of stopping.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you have enjoyed this video even half as much as we've enjoyed the ride. Please give the video a big thumbs up. We'll probably still be here waiting for the train by the time you watch this.
Oh, we will.
It's gonna get dark soon.
Yeah. Actually, that's our helicopter. We're sorted.